Istanbul, a city full of history and culture, also a heaven for street food lovers. From the savory aromas of grilled meats to the sweet delights of baklava, Istanbul's street food scene is a symphony of flavors that will tantalize your taste buds. Doner Kebab, a must-try for any first-time visitor to Istanbul, is a delicious and satisfying meal. Simit, a crunchy and savory snack, is a popular choice on the go. Take a seat and join me in this incredible journey to discover more about Turkish street food. The next time you are in Istanbul, you will be sure to explore the city's vibrant street food scene. You won't be disappointed.
We are in Istanbul, and today, in about 7 hours, we are going to taste the street food here in this huge and marvelous city. During these 7 hours, we'll travel through the center, so we'll try to bring you with us in this beautiful trip. First off, let's try Simit. This is the typical bread here in Istanbul. It's mostly used for breakfast, but not only for breakfast. I've seen a guy who was filling it with cheese and another one with Nutella, so you can do whatever you want. We took the plain one that should be just with the sesame on top. It's not too tasty, it's bread, and the taste comes mostly from the sesame on top. But it's good for breakfast. It's the first bite we have here in Istanbul, and my expectations are really high. We have randomly arrived in a bakery and we are trying some patata stuff. He said patata, let's see what it is. Turkish coffee? Turkish coffee? Coffee?
Turkish coffee.
Yeah.
Two. Third.
We made it to a bakery where we are waiting for our Turkish coffee, and in the meanwhile we have been able to order Borek. So Borek is a typical pastry here in Istanbul, and it can be filled with cheese, meat, potato. In this case we have chosen for the potato one because it's still morning, so it feels kind of sweet. Now we try Borek. It's good because there's the potato in the middle. It's not too sweet. It's very good, and I believe it's healthy because at the end it's potato, so it's not too much sugar. The difference with the Italian coffee is that at the bottom you have this that stays, and I think you don't eat. At least I don't eat. It's a very strong taste. I think you leave it there. There are 0 degrees here in Istanbul, so we are going to the Grand Bazaar, and I hope I can buy a pair of socks. But that's Noemi is looking for a scarf because we are really freezing.
The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul is one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world. With 61 covered streets and over 4,000 shops, the Grand Bazaar is often regarded as one of the first shopping malls of the world.
One quick tip to give is that if you are feeling cold, the more you get inside the bazaar, the warmer it is. So if you don't have time, maybe like us, to go to the Turkish spa, it's a good idea to warm you up. I solved my cold
problem.
Now I will not freeze my ankle. Now we can keep up with our food tour we are well covered for the cold there is here in Istanbul today. It's too cold, let's have a Turkish tea. Basically it works that you stop the guy on the street and he gives you the tea and apparently leaves and then he comes back, I think, to collect the glass.
Bye bye.
Okay, Noemi gave them back. Basically, you don't have to leave to them. That's why the guy was looking to Noemi in a weird way. You have to just leave on the floor and they will collect it back. And also, if you have to leave and the guy is not around, just leave on the floor and that's it. So pretty easy. It was not easy for us, but for a Turkish person, that's pretty straightforward. Kokorec.
Kokorec.
Are you going to have it?
No, of course not.
So you know what is it?
Yeah, I know.
You can you explain to me what is it?
It is intestine from the lamb.
Oh, so now it's gonna be tastier, and I'm sure Noemi wants to try it.
Yeah, I will try.
Middle, and we fry them. My father does that way.
Is it good?
It's very good, but it's so well cooked and mixed that you cannot even say that it's intestine.
Intestine.
It's very good. Okay, Noemi is gonna taste it too. Think about it's goat or lamb.
I don't think about it.
So we added the famous Kokorec. I think it's very good. I expected even a stronger taste. So you have the taste, because as I said, in my region, you eat also intestines. But in this case, there are so many spices. It's pretty spicy, and there are so many spices. There is tomato and peppers that it's not easy to taste the real flavor of the lamb intestines, but it's very good. So I suggest it even for those who are not, let's say, willing to taste things that are too strange.
Like me.
Like Noemi, indeed.
I need it.
Video with the chef, ready for
Turkish
having
İstanbul döner kebap.
best doner kebab
Süper
in
İstanbul.
Istanbul. After the video with the chef and the photo, time to taste is doner. With the peppers, with the green peppers, it's great. If you come to Istanbul, you cannot miss a good doner with lamb meat. I think I've never seen so many fishermen in a bridge in my life. I hope they can catch a lot of fishes. It's sweet time, so Noemi is more happy than before. Thanks.
From where? Napoli?
No, from Reggio Calabria
Near
and Bari.
Sicily.
Ah, Sicily.
Go ahead with the
Let's
taste.
go.
So he said this is the classic one.
Yes.
What is this?
Rosti.
Oh, you drink that?
Yes.
Okay.
And Melegram.
Between the classic, that is this one, and the other one, that is this one, which one you prefer?
I prefer this one, the classic one.
Why
Because
so?
you can taste the pistachio better than the other.
We are now on the other side of Istanbul, in the eastern part. Galata Tower is in the back. And we still miss to try the Turkish pizza, which we will not miss because we know how to make a good pizza, we are Italians. And we'll try another kebab, most likely. much the pizza? 40. Okay, one of them.
One?
Yeah,
Here to go?
here. Now it's time for the pizza, Turkish pizza. Actually, it's a pita with minced meat on top. You can have also with different flavors, but they call it pizza, but it's kind of pita bread with meat. For an Italian, calling this pizza is quite an offense. I'm gonna taste it and say my honest opinion. I wouldn't call it pizza, so the taste of the meat is very strong. Perhaps it's lamb meat, and the pita is not really a pizza, but the meat is so strong that you taste only the meat. The pizza didn't satisfy me, so let's try to wash the delusion away with some Turkish tea. It's burning.
Hola.
The happiness of avoiding lamb meat is gonna fall from this side, I think.
Probably.
How it is.
Very good.
Compared to the other one, and I have tasted it, it's really similar to the one you can find in a Western capital like in Amsterdam or in Milan, Rome, any city. So the flavor of the meat is not as strong as the one I had, that was lamb meat. We couldn't leave Istanbul without trying the famous Turkish ice cream. It's called Dondurma, and it's a special show in which you, of course, you cannot take, for example, the small ice cream. You have to take medium or large, and you get a small show in which they just play with you. With the ice cream is pretty elastic, so they can play with it. What about the flavor?
It's good, but it's different from a standard ice cream.
Is it better or worse than the Italian?
It's worse.
I guess so. The food tour is over. We enjoyed Istanbul. Final thoughts about the city and food. The food is super cheap and super good, even for an Italian. Of course, there are things that we preferred, and on top of my list there are the lamb intestines, and there are things that didn't really satisfy me, maybe because I'm Italian. For example, the Turkish pizza, which calling it pizza is even too much for Turkish. Anyway, it's a nice city. If you go in winter, it's super cold. People is welcoming. We had fun. It's easy to walk. We visited everything walking. We arrived to Galata Tower, but we also went to the Blue Mosque, so we had a tour of the center. We also ended up in some good neighborhood that was not so much touristic, and we really advise you to come here if you are a foodie.